I actually am not a digital native. So I'm still with my paper and pen. Okay. I am a digital immigrant. I'm still learning. For me, I come from an age where copying meant keeping a carbon paper or tracing, and we still needed a bottle of glue to paste things. Okay, so please bear up with me if if I am not so very digitally abled in this generation of time. In fact, yesterday was when I went looking into where the origin of digital teaching came from, and it came from distance online education, which started in Great Britain. At that time, sending by mail was when the postman got it for you, and now it has a totally different meaning. And I would say that the ones who are teaching online today, I would call you magicians. Magicians because you are having the ability to reach out without actually being there. Most parents, or initially when we started hearing about online, we were worried about the social interaction which was missing. But then I feel the way you all are able to reach out, and when you look into the digital world, the way you start your lessons with icebreakers and welcoming messages, constructivism, chat rooms, discussion boards, group learning, scheduling blogs, technical support, netiquette. My God, you are magicians. I would still say I belong to the world where teaching was more from the book or maybe some practical lessons. Yes, and now we have the Gefe train. I don't know how many of you have worked on it. It's actually Google Apps for education. So we have Google Sheets, Google Classroom, Google Forms, Google, we can make our PPTs through Google, and most of all, we can share it and make it as a group. So that's the era to be in, and I'm so glad that we are all here learning. We immigrants are trying to be natives, and I'm sure we'll reach there. I started at 42, so I'm still very young in this field, and the way I see children interacting with you all, the way I heard from Rajshri about how children move up their ladder and move towards success with all of you, I would still say you all are magicians, and thank you for being you. Another thing which I want to bring to your notice is the social impact of what you all are doing. It's very easy, academics on one side, you all are also giving life skills which are necessary for tomorrow. And then I would like to share with you three instances or three organizations which are working for this social impact. I don't know how many of you have heard about the Sky School. Okay, I'll just give you a little data on the Sky School. The Sky School works with refugee children. Okay, the co-founders Mia and Polly have now brought on board VWC International, one of the largest international schools, and together they work with refugee children anywhere in the world. Children who we believe should have high school education but are not able to do that because of our fault. Because we as individuals, adults and nations are fighting with one another. Only 23% of refugees around the world have the opportunity to go to high school, and a staggering 1% go to university because they don't have their high school education at all. So to date, Sky School has educated 100 refugee children in collaboration with 6 partner organizations in 5 countries to ensure the flexibility of students, because refugees are moving from one center to the other. 60% of it is done face to face and 40% is online. But at the end, we are getting them to finish their high school. So do log in and do, if you could add on with your services there. All the courses are free for students. Their team partners are now delivering programs in Kenya, Greece, Jordan, Lebanon, Hong Kong, and have volunteers who support them from all over the world. I hope you magicians will take a cue and then try and help them. Okay. The second mention I would like to do is about children with special needs. Lot of them who cannot go to school because of compromised mobility, challenges in traveling, and of course negotiating into the classrooms, not able to reach or talk to the people. We have something called assisted computer technology. It's called AT. Assistive technology creates visual and audio learning tools which helps them assess pertinent learning material. World-renowned physicist Stephen Hawking is probably the best example of how assertive technology can help overcome physical impairments. And I hope again you take a cue and make sure that you help at least one special child in your journey in education. I would say one at the least. Okay, try and see if you could touch more lives with that technology. And last, I would like to talk about something that is very close to my heart, which is a granny cloud. Granny cloud is an idea which was initiated by Dr. Sugata Mitra, and this organization is connected with SOUL, which is self-organized learning environment. Now what does it do? The Indian SOUL, we have a chapter here where grannies in UK connect with remote and urban locations of children from poor socio-economic backgrounds. There is a video on YouTube where there is a granny who's going to take class. The other day she's all ready with her reading material to talk to her group of children in a remote village in Andhra Pradesh. As usual, children on that day didn't want to study. So what did they say? They said, "Granny, we don't want to study." Yeah, we have to give it that, they speak English with the UK accent. But they said, "We don't want to study. We want to see what's in your fridge." So she corrects them and says the word is refrigerator. And they make her open, and she decided that day she's going to give them a vocabulary lesson of things that are in the refrigerator. And that's how she moved with it. Basic, delightfully simple idea. She connects with them on Skype. She talks to them at that time. Members of the Granny Cloud interact with groups of children, engaging them in conversations and activities of various kinds, like reading, telling stories, craft activities, solving puzzles, and a warm encouragement, something which most of our children lack nowadays. The grannies come from different walks of life, including educators, engineers, scientists, architects, government officials, and homemakers. Some of them are retired, some are still working. Not all centers are situated within schools. Some of them are just community centers or from private homes. It's very heartwarming to see it. The children from the children who are coming from socio-economically challenged backgrounds, sometimes being first generation learners, don't have parents who can talk to them and teach them. What an impact it must be making. What a partnership. And you magicians have it all in your hand to do it. Thank you, Mr. Sanjay and Rajshri, for giving me this opportunity to talk. Thank you. Thank you so much.